Hey, welcome to day 91 of my spiritual journal with me, with your soul sister, Iona Mead, founder of the SoulLegacyAcademy.com and producer of the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. So welcome. So I invite you to do this spiritual journaling with me for spiritual business success without doing busy work, without being broke, and without experiencing burnout. Every single day, I go live on the SoulLegacyTV YouTube podcast talking about freedom. And today is Financial Freedom Sunday. So I talk about freedom every single day, different areas of your life for that light work and lifestyle balance. So Mondays, I talk about contribution freedom in your light work and your lifestyle, how you can have it, health freedom, emotional freedom. So contribution freedom on a Monday, health freedom on Tuesdays, emotional freedom on Wednesdays, environmental freedom on Thursdays, relationship freedom on Friday, spiritual freedom on Saturday, and financial freedom on Sunday. I can't believe I said all of that in a minute. So good morning, Robin Knott is here with us live on the Soul Legacy TV, and I'm smiling. Robin, thank you so much. Love you. Oh gosh. So Robin is the founder of the Energy Healing TV and podcast. Now that you've changed and you put your name on there, it's thrown me. I have to really look. And founder of the host of the Energy Healing TV and podcast, and founder of the Energy Healing School online. So I'm laughing because Robin is my soul sister, and I'm going to talk about just a second. I came live about a minute later, and I saw the 11:10 and then 11:12, and in between that time I just got a message from my soul sister. So Jennifer, hey love, thank you for joining me. Gorgeous. Financial Freedom Sunday. It's gonna be a big one. Get your journal out. It's gonna be a big one. So Jennifer says, good morning, my beautiful soul sisters. And Robin says good morning to Jennifer as well. So I just got a message. So I'm digressing, but I'm going to go into the journaling, all things, right? So if you're new to me, subscribe to the Soul Legacy TV, because we just have some fun around money and freedom and all the things. So I'm going to tie this into money. So my soul sister just messaged me. She is like my best friend, she is my best friend from when we were like 6 years old. So my mum and my dad split when I was 6.5, and I moved from down south, kind of around the area that I'm in now. And my accent is from Leeds, like a Melby accent, I always say. And my best friend actually went to the same school as Melby, but she didn't actually go hang around with her, I don't think. Anyway, she just messaged me, and she just said, I'm just letting you know, because I had a conversation with her the other day, and I'm like, dude, let me know what's going on with you. She's like, I'm just letting you know that I'm going to a concert in Scarborough, I think it is. Aha. Have you ever heard of the band Aha? Anyway, that's like my era, my generation. And so she's like, I'm just letting you know that I'm going to the Aha concert. And she's like, literally, she's having physical reactions to it, like her body's like releasing. I'm like, oh, what? She was obsessed at school with this band, and she's now they cancelled the other day, and now she's getting to go to see this band with one of her best friends as well. And I'm like, oh wow. So the last time I saw her when her mum passed last year, I talked about it when I was doing my Facebook lives. But we talk, and like that energy, and just her messaging me, and it was 11:11 that she messaged me. She doesn't know that yet because I haven't said, but she's like, thank you for being you, my soul sister. I'm just letting you know. And it just lights me up, because she needs money to be able to go. She needs that finances to be able to go and experience that, and travel and go and have the freedom to buy tickets and all the things. So basically, when we do our light work and we want to have the lifestyle that we want to have, we want to earn the money for real experiences, making memories, right? So if there's a concert that you want to go to, and you want to go to with a certain person, have a look at the concerts and the different things and the childhood memories. I'm sure it's a bucket list item for her. And I wouldn't have even known that they even were doing a concert. I didn't know, but it came into her awareness because that's what she wanted. And I was just like, I'm just beaming to start my financial freedom journaling off with that, because that means a lot to me. It's not, oh, when I want to just have my life and just make memories. For me, I love witnessing my soul sisters and soul brothers and soul family actually just having a joyful life. She's like literally ecstatic. So if I pass on any of that energy, it's from my best friend. And she was thinking of me the other day, and I went to sleep, I had a nap. I seem to be doing that. Might be going through that ascension. And when I woke up, she said, I was thinking of you. This is like last week, I think. And I was like, why did you not ring me? She's like, well, I don't, she doesn't like to like ruin my vibes. Like, she's like, I know you're high vibing. I'm going, you're my best friend. That's not about just staying high vibe and watching everyone around you going through rubbish. I'm like, just ring me. Anyway, she said, I manifested it. I woke up and I messaged her, and she said that, and I ended up just ringing her. So it just, we're guided. And I just want to say that, you know, listening to our guidance and being here on this journey is not just about us. So Robin says, yes, the name of their song escapes me, but remember the band, the group. I'm not going to sing, but I can hear it. I can hear it, and I can imagine her dancing is going to be buzzing all day. I'll probably get messages and pictures and take on me. Is it take on me? I'll be, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm like, oh, she's gonna be so ecstatic today. Yay, that is awesome. Congratulations to your soul sister. I know. I'm like, ah. So, you know, there's times in our lives where we wouldn't have the money for that. I had nothing to do with it. But yeah, there's times in our life that we wouldn't have had, you know, something comes up and somebody said, you know, do you want to come with me to a concert? Would you be able to say yes based on your finances? Or would you be able to take your whole family to a concert? Right? So anyway, so do the spiritual journal with me. If you don't have anything to journal with, it's a big one. I'm excited today. So this is my Soul Legacy Journal. It's a notebook. If you don't have it, you can grab, this is a spiral one. I'll have this on Lulu, and then the blank one is on Amazon. So take your notes. So I call this 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. It's my spiritual awakening story. And I had multiple spiritual awakenings based on money. So whatever your story is, you've gone through your dark night of the soul, life doesn't look and feel the same. Does it include money? When we are light workers and we want to build our spiritual business, often it includes money blocks. For me, it was bankruptcy, homelessness. If I had the money, I wouldn't have had to go bankrupt. If I had the money, I wouldn't have had to go homeless, right? They're money blocks. They're big ass boulders of money blocks. If I had the money, I could go traveling around the world. If I had the money, I could go have my bound conversion. If I had the money, I could hire my assistant and do all the things that I've spent on my vibrational money voucher today with the Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge, right? Like, listen, giving and receiving, letting it in. I'm just saying. So this is a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. You're going to get a lot today. So be ready, be raw, be real with yourself. You can write whatever you want down in your journal. I've got pages of notes today. Pages. So I'm going to talk about raising our vibration around money. I'm going to check in with your vibration around money. And then we're going to pull the financial freedom, spiritual journaling on financial freedom back to the last week, see how high vibe we were in all of the areas that I talk about, all of the 7 freedoms I call there. And then we're going to express gratitude. We're going to raise our vibration. I'm going to give you the quote for today. I'm going to start with that because it's big. I'm going to pull a card, anything that raises my vibration, any messages, any guidance. And then I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to let Robin take over. So I bought a pouch of chakra crystals, right? Just a little mini starter kit when Robin was doing on Energy Healing TV and podcast, and she was doing her 7 days to unblock your chakras. And Robin mentioned crystals, not obviously the only thing that she mentioned, but like high vibrational, anything that aligns your chakras, high vibration, anything and everything, energy. We are energy, and when we're vibrating at a lower dense energy, we feel it. And so thoughts, feelings, emotions, all of our experiences, all energy. My soul sisters just passed her energy on to me. So I bought these crystals, and the crystal for today is a clear quartz. And that relates to the chakra, which Robin is going to talk about on her Energy Healing TV podcast with the Energy Healing Lifestyle. Robin's going to be talking about crown chakra. And so the clear quartz, it represents clarity, focus, and visualization. All right. So Robin's going to help you align your energy, all 7 energies that are aligned with the spine, and we're going to relate them to the 7 freedoms and see what experiences that you're experiencing around finances, around your health, around your emotions, around your, all the things, around your relationships, around your light work, all the things. Like, if you are not manifesting and experiencing what it is that you want to experience in your life, chances are you've got energetic blocks, and it's time we clear the blocks. I will share with you how to get clarity on your light work and your lifestyle, and Robin is going to help you clear the blocks around that, clear the resistance. If you're not even sure if you've got blocks in your chakras and in your energy field and your energy body, then if things are not manifesting, or if you're not feeling in flow around it, you've got a block. I'm just saying. So we're going to do our rating after I do today's quote. I'm excited, like I'm buzzing. I've literally got pages and pages for financial freedom. So Robin says, yes, that's it. I love the video for that song too. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? With all the cartoon stuff and they're all merge it. Oh yeah, I'm probably going to have to play it after this. But she's actually going to see them in person in a concert. She didn't even invite me. How rude. Just rude. She's gone with another best friend. Robin says, for real, an assistant. Yes, please. Yes. So I haven't spent it all, and I haven't figured out the numbers, but I'm going to share with you what I've shared my bank for DK in 50 days on. Robin, this is probably going to take a while. So, you know, feel free to share what you've spent your vibrational money voucher on. I'm going to share it at the end. And I'm going to do some maths with you, all the things for financial freedom. I'm not a money coach. I'm not a money expert. However, I'm aligned with my vibrational frequency and banking 50K in 50 days. So again, it is Financial Freedom Sunday. We're going to add up our ratings for the week for the 7 freedoms. And we're going to add up our ratings for the week for the 7 energies as well that Robin covers on Energy Healing TV and podcast. All right. Because we're going to rate our chakras and how aligned, how clear, how balanced, or how blocked and unbalanced they feel, or overactive, etc. So Robin will help you with that. I'm going to help you with 7 freedoms. She's going to help you with 7 energies. I'm just saying, feeling that vibration. So, oh, and Robin, I covered it today. The money Reiki energy box, the money box. So Robin's going to share her money blocks clearing challenge. It's Financial Freedom Sunday, and Jennifer mentioned this last week. So we did Robin's 5-day money blocks clearing challenge, and she calls it a journey, a self-love journey to financial freedom. So I realized that 1, I hadn't covered my box. I did that today. And 2, I was looking for a window cleaner, right? Because I'd rang him and I wanted to get a window cleaner in January, and then I just didn't. And I'm like, okay, where's the window cleaner's number? I went on my notice board and I was like, where is it? Anyway, it was in my box. And today I was like, ta-da! I want to spend my vibration window cleaner, gardener, chef, or assistant for the year. I'm just saying. Lots of things that I have in my vibrational, my money blocks. See this? It's similar to this one, actually, but I love it. So when I went shopping, I went into the shops and stuff. I'm going to go into the shops today. Loads of things in my money box. So we're going to talk about that. And hopefully, Robin, you'll bring our awareness into that today. And I put on there source energy, because if we are following our guidance and we're allowing source energy to flow through all of the 7 energies, we don't have to worry about money blocks, because we're allowing source. If we're flowing, money's flowing. All right, I'm just saying. So the quote for today, I loved it, right? So Robin says, it's 6 a.m. I haven't shopped yet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, obviously. Sorry, Robin. I love the box. Thank you, love. Love that sofa. It's nice, isn't it? I'm not even going to lie. It's a bit nice. So I sat on this sofa in the shop. So I went with my twin flame, and we sat on there a few months ago, and I was like, oh, this is a bit of me. This is just a bit of me. I've got more pictures, I think. I've got travel. I've got, because I went to Scotland, I want to go back again. All the things. Loads of things. When I couldn't find my, you know, the card, the Keepers of the Light card that looks like my son, it was in my box the other day, and I was like, oh. And then I've got, I'm going to show you some stuff. I'm going to do the quote. I've got my daughter in now, and she's little. I got this from another one of my soul sisters. Robin, you'll remember me sharing this with you. And it's a pull-out postcard. And so just love, right? And so one of my very best friends, and look, and she wrote on it, beautiful soul sister. So this is my godson's mum, and we met when we were both pregnant with our boys. And she says, beautiful soul sister, just dropping you a line to say I love you. Oh God, I love you, and I'm proud of you, and as always, you are an inspiration. Love, Jess. Oh gosh, I've probably just shown her address. Sorry, Jess. Hope you get this. Hope to see you soon. See you this year. New address. So just like, that's a lot of love. It costs money to post. I'm just saying, it costs money to post the card. Everything costs money. Not everything, obviously, but just making memories. And it says you are golden. So I got that just in the mail, and I thought I'll put it in my box, because all of the relationships mean so much to me. Jennifer says, yes, love it. I created a vibrational shopping list on Pinterest. Boom, boom. What I want you to do is, when you do your vibrational minute, I want you to actually go to the shop online, either in person or on online stores that you would normally shop at, and go and physically go to the shopping cart to buy it. Like, I want to know the prices of it, actually adding up the prices as if you were going on a whole. So like, if I was going on that concert, I'd know where it is, I'd know how much it is, I'd know how much the transport is to get me there. I'm not driving at the minute, so it would be a train or what have you, and what spending money, all the things, what clothes, what outfit I want to wear, go into that much detail to visualize it and actually be on it. I went to the shop to sit on that, like that sofa. So not even gonna lie, I might even buy that today. I think I'll buy the sofa. And Robin says, source energy. Boom. I'm going to do the quote because it's beautiful. Jennifer, Robin says, that's a great idea, but make sure that you are buying the thing. The idea of the is not just to look at images. So you can have the Pinterest. I cover this on, the Spiritual Vision Board Challenge, using Pinterest, using whatever you want to for your visioning. But a lot of the Pinterest I love, a lot of the things are just images, and they're not the place where you'd actually get them. I want this to be as believable, not just sitting there looking at pictures. It's like, take the action to actually go and buy that thing. So yes, we put it on our vision board. Now we go take the action to go and buy that thing, and it's that or something better, right? So that's the way that my vision board works. Jennifer says, yeah, Robin, fun stuff to do. A 4-leaf clover in my box. Is there? Oh, wow. So for those of you who don't know, Jennifer and I were on Robin's 5-day money blocks clearing challenge. It is now a self-study money blocks clearing challenge, and for $33 you can grab it and follow Robin, and you'll follow the links and you'll get it. Robin says, I remember you sharing that card. It's beautiful, isn't it? When I actually got it right, I was like, oh look, and I was like crying as usual. I'm a crier. Robin says 4-leaf clover. Yes, that's awesome. Jennifer says, okay, cool. I did that with the fridge. Yes. So brilliant. So if you don't use your money on a Sunday, you're going to lose it. So you've used yours throughout the week. So you've had £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. So that's up to 7,000 in a week, right? So that's banking 50K in 50 days, doing it vibrationally first. So whatever's left for this week after you've timed your 10%, spend it or you'll lose it, because we restart on Monday. So actually go and spend. Sundays is spending day. Like, we might grab something throughout the week and say, write a list. I actually wrote a list. I am going to read this quote. I wrote a list today of like lampshades, because I actually haven't got lampshades in my hallway, and I haven't since I've been here. Like, I've been here like 10 years. I just haven't done it. Like, you know, when you think, oh, well, I didn't ever really want to stay here, so I didn't dress that. This house, this living room, which you can't see, I can't flip the camera, looks the same way as it did when I moved in, basically. Like, I didn't intend to stay here for that long. I wrote bins, new bins, because when I emptied the bins today, I saw that the bin looked really grubby, my office bin. So I was like, oh, it's only like a waste paper one. I'm like, I want a new bin. Pegs, I went to go put the washing out today. I've been doing a lot of clearing my environment. And I'm like, yeah, buy some new pegs, incense, bath salts, clearing. I'm clearing. So that's where the window cleaner came, because I'm doing the windows. And I'm like, don't want to do these anymore. Get me a window cleaner. Would like a chef, because like that is just going to manage anything that I'm eating. It's like, yeah, my chef said. Paying my bills, I'm going to do that at the end. Paying our bills and doing it for a year, figuring out our vibrational money as well as our visible money in the visible world. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wrote down. Oh, and I've got a light bulb out on my kitchen, on the hob, on the hood. And I was like, where's the, so I had a little toolkit, and Barry bought me a new one, and I was like, it's not the same. He's bought me like a pocket knife hammer kind of thing. I'm like, I don't resonate with that. That's a boy's tool. Yeah, but I had a really nice little set, so I'm going to get another one. It was a really nice fort, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, that's not what I wanted. So I was looking for a screwdriver to replace the bulb. And I took it out and I was like, where's the bulb? Anyway, it's on my windowsill. The bulb is there. Well, I see this bulb every time I wash off. I didn't actually connect it with where it had come from. So I put it in a safe place so I could replace it. It's been in there months. So I'm like, okay, anything that needs repairing, anything that needs doing. I went out into my garden today. I'd been weeding. I think it must have been last week. Had left some weeds, cleared those. If you've got clearing to do, repairs to do, just connect the money to that stuff as well. I am going to still read this quote. Hang on. 20 minutes in. Robin says tank of gas to drive to the shops. It's crazy right now. Yeah. So yeah, and so come from the place of abundance, come from the place of the vision of you that's not worrying about the gas, is not like in the lack vibration, but you picture yourself easily and effortlessly filling up the gas tank and having an abundance of money to pay for that, and offering to pay for the person over the road, the mama or what have you, who's pulling a face and got like 10 kids in the car and like struggling. Like, have that mindset. Like, I'm going to gift somebody some gas today, and actually do it. Like, I remember, I'm going to talk about the book for today, which is The Millionaire Mind, by T. Harv Eker. And he said that he remembers going to the gas station with pennies, like $5, but in change. So it's that, oh shoot, it's that energy. Robin says, thank you for the shout out. You're welcome. A chef would be amazing too. So yeah, it's coming from what's on your vision board, because that's on my vision board. What is on your vision board, and bringing that into the now, and being the version of you who's got it covered, and it feels natural to, doesn't feel crazy. That's what this spending this vibrational money voucher is about. Now I'm going to read the quote. So this is the quote for today. Again, I look at my Momentum app. That's not this Sunday. I look at my Momentum app every single day, and the picture was Canada again today. If anybody knows, I want to go to Canada. I'm just saying. Excuse me. And energy's moving. And it just gives me a momentum to the point where I just get the ideas and what I focus on that day. It says, what are you focusing on today, Iona? And I go, here, I'm focusing on this. Then I read the quote. Then I see all my to-dos. I see my list every single day. I know what I'm doing. Cool. So this is the quote for today. Let me know if this resonates. Then I'm going to pull the card, right? Straight after, because those the two very powerful things. So again, every single day, supporting my freedom, whatever freedom I'm talking about, contribution freedom, health freedom, emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, or financial freedom. I used to have to do that on my fingers. I get what I need. So this is the quote. It says, if you really believe in what you are doing, work hard. take nothing personally, and if something blocks the route, find another. Never give up. That's a quote by Laurie Noter, I think her name is. I'm going to read it again. Does this relate to you? I believe it does. I believe it relates to all of us as spiritual business owners. And I was doing this yesterday, clearing, Robin knows, I was clearing out the spiritual business woman network, was what I had. And we reached 1,200 people in 12 weeks. But that wasn't the path. It was part of the path, but it wasn't the path. And I was clearing out the energy, watching the conversations and all the videos. It took me about 2 or 3 hours to clear that space out. When I said I'm clearing out my Facebook groups, that environment. And then I just changed it to the masterclass, and I had like 3 people sign up like within an hour. And I hadn't personally invited anyone. And I'm like, yes, that's the thing. Set the masterclass. If one route is not working, find another. So let me read it again. If you believe, so if you really believe, in order to manifest, they say whatever the mind of man or woman, obviously, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So that's why we do the vision board, and that's why we do the vibrational money voucher, in order for it to manifest, before it manifests, in order for it to manifest. Your mind, the mind of man and woman, whatever the mind of man can believe and conceive, it can achieve. Believe it, conceive it, achieve it, right? You've got to believe it. Like, that's the thing. It's like when you don't believe that you can have the money, and you don't believe that you're worthy, and you don't believe the blah, 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 blah. This is an exercise in believing that you are in vibrational alignment with going to the gas station and, you know, spending it on somebody else. So if you really believe in what you were doing to make a difference in the world, if you believe, on Mondays we talk about contribution freedom, if you believe that you are a light worker, you have a spiritual business, you, whatever you do for your light work, if you believe that you are here as a beacon of light to add to the transformation of the world, not the noise, if you honestly believe that, work hard. If you believe in what you're doing, and if you don't believe in what you're doing, I invite you to stop it. Like, literally stop. Like, just stop. It's like, if you don't believe it, how is anybody else going to believe it? And why would you do it if you don't believe it? I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in what I'm doing because I've been doing it. I've been walking my talk, right? If you really believe in what you are doing, work hard. So it's going to take work. It just is. A spiritual business, any business takes work. People like to make people think that you can magically manifest it and your business will whack you on the head. No, you need some kind of plan and some kind of action. Because we are spiritual, we want our business to be easy. We want our business to be a quick fix. We want the universe to fix all the things, all the techie things. Like, it's nonsense to even believe that. And so the book that I'm listening today talks about unlearning things as well as learning. So if you really, excuse me, I did that the other day and my daughter's like, Mom, breathe. I go, I know, because when I'm on my live, I just carry on talking. If you really believe in what you're doing, work hard. Take nothing personally. How personally do we take everything? Oh, they don't want to buy from me. Oh, they don't want my stuff. Oh, it's the blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm not worthy. Oh. Why are we taking it so personally? It's a business. Yes, it's personal around us, but it's still a business. We have to detach ourselves personally and actually create a business that is a real business, a spiritual business. Take nothing personally. And if something blocks the route, whether it's your energy and it's manifesting something externally and it feels like a block, you see it's a block, you've tried, and it's like there's a new way, take another route. So we're on our soul path, we're traveling, we've met a block, the car breaks down, we haven't got enough gas. Okay, well, that's a block. Like, I wasn't flowing, I'm not in my car now. Walk it and take another route. Walk it. Like, don't sit down. Well, the car broke down, there's no gas, I'm gonna wait here for 10 years till somebody comes along and puts gas in my car. Well, you don't even know somebody's coming along the road. Walk. Walk. Take another route. Do it. Take another vehicle. Have another strategy. How did that get over there? do another, do you know what I mean? Like, anyway, so I wanted to do that quote, basically. I'm going to pull a card as well. So Jennifer says, yes, that's nice. Butterflies and purple hearts. Thank you. Does that make sense? Write that down. Use it as in your spiritual journal. I'll say it one more time, just so you know. Then we're going to do our rating. So if you guys want to do your rating for today, I'll read the card and we'll talk about our rating. And we'll add up our rating for the week. If you really believe in what you are doing, work hard, take nothing personally, and if something blocks your route, find another. Never give up. Do not give up. You're not here as a light worker to give up. I haven't given up. Like, if I gave up when I was bankrupt, if I gave up when I was homeless, if I gave up when, I would not be here speaking to you, right? I just wouldn't. There is no giving up. Quitters never win. And what is it? Quitters never win and winners never quit. That's what I talked about on my masterclass, right? That's what my daughter gave to me. She's like, Mom, you didn't give up. I'm like, damn straight I didn't. Like, what would be the point in that? So here's the quote. Does it make sense? I'm at an 11. Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to do the rating in a second. Robin says, definitely makes sense. Personalizing has been a thing in my past. Words. Yes. Like, write that quote down and say it every day as a mantra. And if you don't have the Momentum app, get it, because it just starts your day on a, like, I'm not in the office. Well, I did go in the office, actually. I was talking to one of my masterminders, and she's the only one in the mastermind actually now, apart from Robin. But obviously Robin's not in it like that. But because I paused my stuff, and I was talking to her and I said, you know, like I shared a playlist with you, Jennifer, right? You came on the masterclass, you've been on the VIP day, and you're in the 5-day YouTube from Scratch Challenge, right? She's in the mastermind and she's getting a playlist. You're in the 5-day challenge and you're getting a playlist. It doesn't matter what level you come in working with me, you will get what you need. Right? So when we talk about financial freedom, oh, it's too hard in the business and you've got to pay at this level to get this and you've got to do, it's crap. Just serve the people that you are here to serve, whether they're paying, buying or not. That is my motto. Show up, speak out, and just serve deep. I'm just saying. So Robin's done it. Thank you, Robin. Anyway, let me do the card for today, because I'm on one today, as you can tell. And okay. So it's Keepers of the Light for today. I'm going to leave your rating up there, Robin, so I just remember to go to that next. So this is Keepers of the Light by Carl Gray. And I haven't got have you noticed my ring light is not on? Because by the time it gets to Sunday, did you see that? It's had enough. I'm like, what is wrong with you, dude? You're supposed to last all week. I left the plug socket on last night, so I don't know if that's something to do with it. But this card took a while to come out, and I think I've got this card took a while to come out, so it's not as easy to see. It's called Lady Nada. It's Heart Awakening. And I was thinking about financial freedom, and I was thinking about the Reiki money box, and I was thinking about Robin's challenge, and I was thinking about the self-love, and I was thinking about I was speaking to my client, and you know, just giving her some tough love, basically, because I always do. She's used to it. And I was thinking, it's just that loving yourself enough to receive, and loving yourself enough to unlearn what you don't know. I'm going to talk about that. But it was that love. And so when I was doing the shuffling of the card, I was like, it's Financial Freedom Sunday, but what is it really? And so this came out, Heart Awakening. So it is, unless you love yourself, you are not going to allow financial freedom into your life. You are just not. Unless you love your business and what you do, and you are certain in you that you are showing up, speaking out, and serving deep, you are not going to attract financial freedom. And that's not me making it up. It's about the low vibration, being in harmony. And I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done with excuses. I'm done with the BS. I'm like, just go to Robin and get whatever that shit is cleared, get it cleared. Like, literally just get it cleared. Open your heart. It's love. It's all love. We are love. Money can't be a thing if we're energy. So money is just an energy exchange, and I'm tired of people saying it and just not receiving it. So listen to this card. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I'm so on a mission. It's like, we are going. So Jennifer says yes. Robin says the ring light wants a day off. Like, literally, I'm like, dude, just work. I've got another one that I bought. It's in the office. So I wanted to have two. So I'm just going to buy another one. And Robin says the lighting is still good. Thank you, love. Thank you. Hold on, close up. Robin says, love, that is loving yourself enough to receive. Watch this. Watch this. That's why I'm just going on and on and on and on. I'm going to put your rating back up there, Robin. Hang on. I can't find it. Jennifer, thank you for rating as well, love. I'm at an 11, Jennifer says. Okay. So let me read the card. I'm going to rant like we're half an hour in. I'm going. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. That is why I asked for today a card for me and a card for you. And I was laying on my bed, in my bed, and I was listening to myself for my 5-day challenge, because it comes through me. And that's where I'm focusing on now for the financial freedom, passive income stream, right? And I had 3 people sign up for my masterclass yesterday. So I reset it. So the first, the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. If you are not registered for the live masterclass, please register. If you've been on the live masterclass and you want to come again, please do register again. It's lit. I love it. It's hours of serving. So every single month I can just give, and I'm open to receive. At the end of that masterclass, I will talk about my 5-day challenge. I will talk about my boot camp and being a co-author, and I will talk about my mastermind. Like, but I'm serving. Do you know what I mean? It's just beautiful. So do you have that energy of giving and receiving? Are you giving, leaning over, sabotaging yourself and your lifestyle? And are you willing to receive? I'm done with witnessing the imbalance. I know that, like, what you focus on expands. I'm focusing on the balance. I'm focusing on freedom. And so I'm hoping that you're with me. Heart awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. I'm going to spread some tough love on that masterclass the next month, and some tough love in the bootcamp, tough love. And like, if you come to the live rounds with me, expect some tough love. Like, I'm done with that. Like, I'm done with it. Let's go, you know? So this is, I'm not on the right page. Hang on. It was 62, I believe. Hang on. Got it. Is this the one? That's Lady Venus. Lady Nada. Okay. Lady Nada is said to be, and I haven't read this already, be another incarnation of Mary Magdalene. But even if she is, the energies are slightly different. Lady Nada is a mighty spiritual priestess of love who once existed in the land of Atlantis. She is the light force and helps us awaken our heart with divine love, with the divine love we deserve. The light keeper whose essence allows light within our heart to expand, revealing a true, real, naked, and vulnerable aspect of our soul. I love that. Ooh, I like that. Revealing a true, real, naked, and vulnerable aspect of our soul. You've got to be vulnerable. You have got to be vulnerable. As we do our light work, we're just here to just tell it raw and real. She brings an opportunity to experience divine love, whether through a relationship, adventure, or experience. My soul sister's off, so we've been friends since we were 6 years old. We've been best friends since we were 6 years old. Our birthdays are like a couple of weeks apart. Like, I love her. Like, she's amazing. Like, I could just squeeze her all day. She comes and she sniffs my head. I'm like, what are you doing? When Danielle passed and she came down, I'm looking over at where she was sat, and I just leant into her and just cried. And she's like, everybody calls me Noni. And she's like, it's okay, Noni. And I'm like, what you do? I go, are you sniffing my head? She's like, I've always sniffed your head ever since we were little. I was like, get off. So that adventure and through experiences, that divine love, it's beautiful. Like when you've got people around you who just love you and light you up, like, oh. So extended message, the cave of your heart is opening wide for you to experience divine love. Oh, you have the opportunity to overcome past pain. Robin's going to help you with that stuff. I don't do that. It's not my area. And I'll bring in spiritual YouTubers on the Spiritual Awakening YouTube Summit. It's not all on Robin's thing, but as I do the #1 Spiritual Awakening annual YouTube Summit, I will bring guests in, fellow spiritual YouTubers, to support you in your spiritual awakening and your spiritual ascension and your spiritual alchemy. That is why I'm doing that summit. 42 episodes live October through to April, two middle binge watch Wednesdays of the month, 9 a.m., 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. I'm just saying, like, we're going all off. I'm bringing people in who can support you on this journey, and just, I love it. So you have an opportunity to overcome past pain, heartbreak, and letdowns. So use that in your spiritual journal. Do you have past pain that's like on your heart, that's like weighing it down? Do you have heartbreak and letdowns? Have you let yourself down? Have you broken your own heart? Have you caused yourself past pain? Right? You know, when we're like, well, he did this, she did that. Like, let's keep it real for ourselves first. Forgiveness is a thing for ourselves. This is a wonderful time to share, and whoever that was for, I'm just saying, this is a wonderful time, and for me too, this is a wonderful time, to cherish the love and love yourself. I haven't read this. Cherish and love yourself and allow yourself to be cherished and loved by others. If you feel love revealing itself clearly in your heart, have the courage to move into a state of trust. We talked about trust yesterday. You are reminded that when true love is present, when divine love is present, there are no obstacles to overcome. It will be there, clear, pure, and real for you to experience. I'm just basking in it for all of us. I'm just saying. Your relationships are being brought into harmony on all levels of your life. Give and receive divine love with yourself and all of those around you. Well, thank you very much for that card. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just saying, self-love. Right. So when I went outside, I said that I went outside and I was doing the clearing. I was like, let me see this. I'm gonna go down to the shops after Robin's live. I'll probably walk actually while I do that. And so I was clearing my garden. I've been washing my bed in. My pet peeve is putting my bed sheets on. I really do believe that somebody else needs to do that for me. So I'm spending my vibrational money on a cleaner and an ironer because I've got a big pile of clothes to put away. And I'm not even going to lie, most of them are my daughter's, Mia, I'm just saying. So cleaner, window cleaner, gardener. It's not that I don't love to do those things, but I love them to be maintained really well. So that's what my vibrational money voucher is going to go on. So when I went out in the garden, I saw a feather like under my window. Robin, you were talking about feathers, and as I've got a feather in my money box challenges, money box. Yeah, my money box. And so then this stone was just there. It was just sat there. So I was like, I got that out of my garden, and it reminded me of my friend who messaged me, my best friend, because she rang me one day. We always do this. So she rang me one day, and I was already thinking of her, and I was looking out of the window in my living room, like the door. It's got patio doors, and I was looking in the garden at the stones, and then she was like, her mum had passed, and she said, I've got a stone. I found a stone. Oh, thank you. I found a stone today, and it reminded me of my mum. And I think she put words on it, and I was like, really? And she said, I put it with the stone from your garden. I was like, what? She's like, I took when Danielle passed. This was only last year, her mum passed. and Dana passed 7 years ago, she didn't tell me about this. She said I took a stone that she felt called to out of my garden. My garden's got like loads and loads of stones. My ex, my soulmate, not my twin flame, did my garden and brought loads of stones. She said that she took a stone out of my garden that she felt called to, and she kept it all this time. And I didn't even realize that she was on this spiritual journey. I don't even think she did. And she's gone through recovery and different things. And so today, this stone just stood out for me. And then she messaged me. But so I got a feather, I got a stone. And then when I went to go do my bins, I saw this elastic band. It was out there, and I was like, oh, I remember to put that in the bin. And I didn't. I picked it up because this reminds me of when I first did coach training school. They said, you'll stretch. You'll stretch like I want to go back on the replay and see my face. You'll stretch. Imagine. You'll stretch like a rubber band that's stretched and pinged, right? Those are your beliefs. You stretch them, overstretch them. But you stretch to a point where it doesn't ever go back the same. That's not going back the same. I don't even know where it pinged off. That doesn't go back. It's quite brittle because it was outside. But you stretch. You stretch your mind. You stretch the beliefs and break the beliefs, right? But once you stretch, you can't really go back. I remember saying that to my twin flame. I remember saying it to my ex, like, because he was around me a lot. He stretched, and I was like, I just would like to let you know, Abraham Hicks said that when you're on this journey, you can't really unlearn. You can't really unknow, I would say, not unlearn. So those are the things. And I wanted to liken that with money. It just comes in different forms, right? It's just energy. I just love it. So they're going in my money box. All right. I'm just saying, I just gathered and collected stuff. You guys have been commenting, and I'm going to go back to the rating right now. I'm just going to pick up the comments and my sniffing. Loving that. Love yourself enough to receive. Robin. Yes. Go Robin. Go to Robin. Yeah, go to Robin. Absolutely. Like, I don't pretend to do all the things. I don't need to learn all the things. I've done it. I've done that inner work, but I didn't have a formula for doing it. And Robin's got the framework and the formula for doing it. Like, thank you. Give and receive in balance. Absolutely. Sniff your head. Yeah, she sniffed my head. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I literally leant into her and just broke down. We had a room full of people, but everybody's like, my mom and everybody was here. And obviously we've been friends since we were 6. So like, her mom and my mom did not meet, and I wanted them to meet before the pandemic. Bear in mind, that's 40 years and they didn't get to meet, but their daughters are soul sisters. So mom's obviously made a transition. So yeah, she sniffed my head. I'm like, what are you doing? And forgiveness is definitely a thing. Basking, obviously. Robin says self-love. I reckon Robin's dropped off. I love, oh gosh, hang on. I love when we find the stones at Carlos. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Stretch and smack the floor at a few times. Brittle, but brittle is flexible. Robin says, love you billions. Be right back for the parts you missed. Thank you, Robin. I really appreciate it. So, and if you wonder why Robin hops off, because Robin's got commitments, not because she doesn't want to be here with us. So, done the card, resonate with that, talked about the chakras. We're going to do gratitude, and then we're going to do the full Bank 50K in 50 days challenge after I talk about the book that I listened to today. So, let me do my own rating, actually. Sorry, I apologize. So my rating, so Robin's rating is, Jennifer, you're still on, right? So your rating is 11. Love that. And the way that we do our rating, we rate between a 1 and an 11, right? For both the crown chakra and crown chakra energy healing Sunday. So crown chakra, the 7 energies that Robin focuses on, you rate. And then the financial freedom frequency for Sundays, you rate between a 1 and 11. So for me, I talk about soul guidance. Robin talks about source guidance. It doesn't matter. It just is energy. We're all energy. So how high vibe you feel. And if you've got a block chakra, you might not feel as high vibe. But I like to think of it as being in soul funk and soul flow. So you're guided by your soul. That's how I do my rating. Robin does her rating like being in gunk, like just feeling stuck and almost having an invisible barrier, but actually checking in on your chakras. So Robin will help you do that. So my rating for the energy for today is 11 for financial freedom. I feel very guided. I'm guided by my actions, guided by the words that I speak, guided by going out into the garden, going out and bringing nature in, going out and bringing the bird and the stone, and you know, just clearing. So just doing the things like repairing anything that needs repairing. I was talking about this on my VIP day. I start with my environment. Our environment is our best vision board. And so it's not about just attracting, it's about emitting that vibrational frequency. And Jennifer, you'll be able to do the spiritual vision board for your business when we do the spiritual vision board. I'm doing it mid-July. So the week, not tomorrow, but the week after, I believe, that Monday. So if you've clicked to get notified, then you'll get notified. I reckon some more guys will hop on with us, which will be great. So that spiritual vision. So for the whole of this week, for the 7 freedoms, and I kind of lost my train of thought, for the whole of the freedoms for this week, we've been rating. And so today is financial freedom. And so what I like to think of as a light worker, as a spiritual business owner, we think of our level of contribution and then we think of our level of finances. And when I was speaking to one of my students who is now a student in the 5-day challenge, and so Jennifer, just so you know, the student that was on, our soul sister that was on the VIP day with us, is it both of them actually are in the 5-day challenge, and I reckon they're going to do it as from tomorrow. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. I was listening to the YouTube challenges versus Facebook challenges before I came on, and before I felt called to just do all of the things. And so when we do our rating, we add it up for the week. So so she said on the VIP day that she felt like her finances were connected to the contribution, and it is. So when you're not contributing at the level that you want to contribute, Jennifer says yes, watering the babies, thank you, love. When you're not contributing at the level that you want to contribute, whether it's a light work, whether you're doing the light work in a job or whether you're doing the light work in your business, and obviously we all want to be in business for ourselves as light workers because we don't like to be told what to do, we don't like to be governed by somebody else's time, and we don't want to be just paid what somebody else says that we're worth. We're actually able to up level and have a life of freedom. So we have a vision for freedom, we live in alignment with the values that stand for freedom in each area of our life, and we align with a vibration of freedom. That's the whole point of this, my spiritual journal with me. So every single day we've rated ourselves so far on the 7 freedoms and the 7 energies. So contribution freedom on Monday, health freedom on Tuesday, emotional freedom on Wednesday, environmental freedom on Thursday, and relationship freedom on Friday, spiritual freedom on Saturday, and financial freedom on Sunday. If you were not here with me last Sunday, when I was talking about financial freedom really extensively, and I'm going to do that again today, then it doesn't matter if you don't have a rating. You can rate from today and then come back to the Soul Legacy TV and click the notification button, subscribe to get notified when I go live. So when you look back, Jennifer, I don't know if you'll be able to do this, but Robin, when you come back on the replay, and for anyone that's watching in the Soul Legacy Academy, as a student, I have the 7 freedoms frequency monthly call-in gym. So for Bootcampers, it's $77 a month to get coached on all of the freedoms. A 2-hour call on the first Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. If you are a bootcamper, you'll get this coaching and gifting it to you. That's what leveraged and passive income streams do. And I'll talk about this on the 7 freedoms vision board for your business. So if you want to know more about that, then I'll share it on the challenge. But we've rated ourselves every single day. And what I want you to do is add up your rating. So I looked back, what did I rate myself for contribution freedom with the 7 freedoms? How high vibe did I feel? What is the frequency that I feel like I'm emitting based on my contribution, based on my health, based on my emotions, based on my environment, based on my relationships, based on my spiritual freedom, and today based on my financial freedom. If you are not willing to release the blocks, and you're setting a vision on a vision board, right? Vision boards work. If you're not vibrating at the frequency that is on that vision board of those experiences, that or something better, then you're blocking the manifestation of it. So we want to see, okay, well, where do I need to pay attention? What daily rituals and routines do I need to put in place in order to support my contribution freedom, my health freedom, my emotional freedom, my environmental freedom, my relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom? So if you dipped on any day, so Jennifer, I know that you've gone lower and then you've gone higher throughout the day, but this isn't just the mood that you're vibrating at. It is more about the flow that you're feeling in terms of when you do, I know that you haven't done it yet with me, the vision board. When you have that vision, how in alignment do you feel the nudges, the guidance to actually getting that goal, how actually having that experience, setting the soul's intentions, doing what it takes. It's not about energy's moving. It's not about life pushing and pulling you. Like on my Soul Legacy wheel, we do a rating, right, on the vision board challenge, and we do a rating, and in the middle of that vision, that Soul Legacy wheel for the vision, is the visible world, and the visible world will push and pull you. The visible world will tell you all kinds of things, but whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve is when you start doubting, or you start not actually taking the action, the soul guided action to live into that vision. That's when your rating drops. It's not so much is going on in the world, so much was going on with the pandemic and all the things that did not alter my vibration. Maybe sometimes, but it didn't alter. Just before the pandemic, I heard, Iona, get ready, Iona, get ready, Iona, get ready. I'm like, dude, I am getting ready, whoever's talking to me, right? But I didn't know what I was getting ready for. And I pivoted in the pandemic to do what I'm doing now, to bring more freedom into my life, to live more intentionally. So if you haven't done all of your ratings, then I invite you to do your ratings this week. If you haven't noted down your ratings, I invite you to do that. So I added up all of my score. So if I'm doing the Soul Legacy wheel, I've got an 11 for my Soul Legacy, launching my day, leading my day, and leaving my day in a higher vibration. And what I call that, the acronym for this, the 7 freedoms, is a cheers to financial freedom frequency. So we want to be rising and residing at the cheers to financial freedom frequency. That is what I'm saying with using the lower vibration. So hopefully that will help and that will make more sense. I did my ratings for the 7 energies this week, 1 to 11, and I rated it a 77. So we get a score from 1 each day, which would mean if you scored 1 each day, and that's absolutely fine. It's your own score or your own rating. 1 to an 11, 1 each day would add up to a 7, and anything else in between. The highest score is 1 to 11, looking at the world through the lens of your soul. And Robin says, looking at the world through the eyes of source, right? And so whatever that looks and feels like for you, do your rating. So my rating was a 77 in each of them. That's the total that what you can get. If you have blocks, resistance, Robin will support you in that. You will have had thoughts, feelings, and actions that you're doing or others are doing around you that are causing that level of resistance, causing that disruption in your vibrational frequency. What I invite you to do is also know what a 1 looks like for you and what an 11 looks like for you. Get very clear on that, because sometimes we block what an 11 is, and that's a fear of success, a fear of vibrating so high and being that beacon of light that we feel like we have to dim ourselves down. So just notice that you're rating. Did you get an 11 at all throughout the week? Did you get a 1 at all throughout the week? Did your vibration go up? Did it go down? Why did it go up? Why did it go down? And try not to look so much at the visible world, because it will push and pull you. It looks like chaos unfolds sometimes before we actually manifest. So if we're looking at the chaos, taking the chaos personally and seriously, messes up our vibration. Jennifer says, I've noticed not doing what aligned there, more pushback, more issues. When I do what's loved or guided, things flow and feel like that's it. That's where our vibration, that speaks to it in a nutshell. Basically, that is exactly it. And so when we're not doing it and we're not doing the things that are aligned, for whatever reason, our thoughts and our feelings actually, you know, trauma or triggers or something happens, or we're just not holding our own vibration steady, which we have a choice to or not, when we can recognize when we're doing this journal and we're capturing and we're capturing ourselves doing, not setting a plan to launch your day in a certain way, to lead your day in a certain way, to leave your day in a certain way, already making that decision before the day unfolds. So I've done this, like when my vision says I want to be a #1 best-selling author, I've got to write the book, right? When my vision says I want to do a YouTube channel, I've got to actually upload a video, right? So when we're not in alignment with, I've got this vision of, I want to make a difference to 100,000 YouTube subscribers. I want to make a difference. I want to bank 50K in 50 days. Never make an offering. Then you're not going to bank anything apart from vibrationally, right? Do you know what I mean? So we want the vibration, what we're thinking, what we're envisioning, to actually match up in the visible world, to make it tangible. And so many people think, leave it at the vibrational. That's it. They're done. No, in order for it to manifest, you've actually got to meet the vibration with action. So when we're not doing the things that are aligned, your inner being is saying, dude, what are you doing? Like, knock that off and do the things. And when we're not doing the things, that's why there's a disruption in the feeling and we feel low vibe, because we're listening to the stories that we're telling ourselves that are sabotaging us. And so that's that soul guidance. That's exactly it. Jennifer says, I've noticed not doing what is aligned, there's more pushback and more issues. When I do what's loved or guided, things feel flow and feel light. So we're bringing that more spirituality in every area of our in our business and our lifestyle and our light work. And I say that's for ease, grace, and flow. If it's not ease, grace, and flow, I know about it and I check it in and I journal about it and I speak about it with you guys. So hopefully that really helps. So thank you, Jennifer. So with the 7 energies, what did you score? What did you get? So did you get 77? Did you get 7? Did you get, what did you get in between? And so if your chakras are not aligned and balanced, what can you do to remove those layers and those triggers? And that comes in the form of thoughts and feelings and beliefs and all the things. And when we don't know, like we're doing the rating to check in with the chakra and the chakra, the vortex and the spinning of it, right? And Robin will help support you in doing that. When we feel the block, it's an experience that we've not then released or moved through or let go of. And so the reason why my energy is so clear is because I've done the work and I've had a lot of trauma, a lot of losses through my spiritual awakening, through my spiritual ascension. This is what helps me with my spiritual ascension. And this is what's helped me with my spiritual alchemy. When you get clear on that, the magic happens. The magic happens. So we're going to do gratitude, and then we're going to do the book that I read, and then we're going to do the rest of the bank for 50 days. It's going to be a longer one. Jennifer, it's not even doing it. So LOL and no, 0. Others often make check-in. So I'm not sure what you mean. I know you're watering. Energy in, energy out. Okay, that flow. Thank you. Perfect. All right, cool. So Jennifer, I invite you to do your rating for the whole entire week and see what area you dipped on, what day you dipped on, but relate that frequency, that energy to that 7 freedom. So if you dipped on contribution, or you dipped on your emotions, or you dipped on relationships, or you dipped on whatever, and if you didn't dip, what are you doing? The daily rituals and routines that support it is beautiful. Then that's called in living an intentional life. Setting your intentions and living in alignment with your freedom, values, and vibration. It's beautiful, and it's so simple when you actually do it, right? So the book that I was listening to today, I've made lots of notes. I've got like 4 pages. Was the Millionaire Mind. Millionaire Mind. And I talk about going to the Millionaire Mind Intensive seminar. And it's by T. Harv Eker. So he did the Millionaire Mind Intensive seminar for years. And he talked about building 12 businesses, right, and them just being an absolute disaster and having to move back into his mom's house into the basement. This is not today, this is just me recalling these stories. And his dad's friend said, Harv, it's just something that you just don't know. And he said, you know, rich people do blah blah blah, and it's not that word rich. Robin will help you with the 5-day money blocks clearing challenge. Even the word rich in the sense of what that means to you, and I talk about this on the masterclass. Hey Taria, how you doing? Good morning, love. Thank you for joining us. I've been on for an hour. This is excuse me, my spiritual journal with me every single day. I journal on what I call the 7 freedoms. So today it is financial freedom. So it's calling you. So every Sunday I talk about using this spiritual journaling with me time to journal on the 7 freedoms. And today it's financial freedom. And I've been talking about money blocks. I've been talking about raising your vibration. I pulled the card for today, which was a special one. And I talked about, just giving you a little bit of a recap, the money box, the Reiki money box that I did with Robin in a 5-day money blocks clearing challenge. So everything's money today. Everything's about energy, the energy of money, the experience. And so the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. And today is my spending spree. Right now, I'm talking about the Millionaire Mind Intensive seminar that I went to by a guy called T. Harv Eker. So he has a book, and then he has a seminar around his book. So I talked about this on the masterclass, and he said that he built 12 businesses, right, and they were an absolute disaster. And his dad's friend was talking about being rich, what rich people do, the mindset of what rich people do. And we already have like this notion of rich people are greedy, rich people are evil. I like to say poverty and prosperity. A prosperity mindset versus a poverty mindset. And you'll know if you've got a poverty mindset because your environment, your health, your relationship, they will speak volumes. When you so I was homeless. That's a poverty mindset. If I'm homeless and I'm not able to pay my bills, it's a poverty mindset. If I'm bankrupt, it's a poverty mindset. So I said no to poverty. You're not coming in. And moved to a prosperity consciousness. And that's why I've done the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge and doing it vibrationally first, because that's what I learned to do. And then I'm open to banking 50 in 50 days. Last year, when I started to do this and I was doing enrollment calls, I believe that our money comes from being serving, showing up, speaking out and serving deep and having conversations. So I was having enrollment calls with my co-authors, and I set myself this challenge. And I banked 32K. I enrolled 32K in 37 days. And it was beautiful. And all I did was just get on calls. I served and I served and I served. And then my business model collapsed because I was doing one-on-one calls to enroll. And I had a joint vision partner at the time. And I was like, I can't enroll all of these calls myself. She didn't know how to do them. She's like, because I made it up, and I was like, okay, I've got to refine. And so that's what I've been doing over this last year. And so I'm back at it, saying bank 50K in 50 days, just to bring you up to speed. Toy says, I'm going to watch the replay for sure. Thank you, love. And you guys are saying good morning to each other. Yeah. And Toya, do you have, I'm feeling awesome this morning and balanced. Woo, woo. Yes, we've just done our rating, actually. I love that. I love that. So we do our rating between a 1 and an 11. And so I talk about, Toya, have you ever done a vision board? I'm imagining you have, but some people haven't. I have a spiritual vision board challenge. And if you have a spiritual business, that's great. I don't know if you do. I haven't had a chance to meet you, but I have a spiritual vision board challenge for business, for spiritual business. And I'm going to be doing it on in mid-July. So when you have a look at the Soul Legacy TV, YouTube podcast, there's a playlist for my vision board challenge. I usually do it on the second week in December, live on the SoulLegacyTV at 7:30 p.m. UK time. But I'm redoing it to pull all of this in. So you're welcome to join me just to get up to speed with why we're journaling on all of the freedoms, why we rate the way that we do, and to get you really clear on your contribution, your health, your emotions, your environment, your relationship freedom, your spiritual freedom, and your financial freedom. So if you resonate with that, you're going to love it. Jennifer says, I'll have to rate on the replay. Perfect. Thank you, love. Others pull my energy down. It's a mirror. The more I notice, the easier it is to shift the energy. Thank you. And I know that it's a mirror, and lots of people say that. However, I also invite you, and it's going to be 1-1-1-1 in just a second for the recording. I also want you to invite you to say that sometimes, if you know that you're doing the work, yes, there's a mirror, and sometimes it's also other people's stuff. Yes, we can look through our lens. However, when we're focusing and we're doing intentional living, sometimes there's things that are funky. Yes, I said that my business model collapsed, meaning I chose to say, this is not the vision that I had. It could have worked and I could have done it. Absolutely. Hit the bank if it was about the money. It wasn't. It's about me having the vision to really make a difference. And my business is now automated and scheduled out for 7 years. Don't even have to touch it, right? And so I needed to go through that experience, and there were things, people, and places, 11/11, yay, that were out of alignment. And when we raise our vibrational frequency, so sometimes when it's like, well, it's a mirror of what is going on inside of me. Sometimes the mirror of what is going on inside of you looks like chaos as unfolding in your life, and it looks like people are falling away. It looks like oh, that person isn't in alignment, that person's mad with me, or that person blah blah blah. Sometimes when we raise our frequency, those things fall away because the life that we want to experience isn't at that level anymore, but we cling on to it, and we're like, well, that's the mirror. So if I looked at my spiritual businesswoman network, there was 1,200 people in there. There's still 1,000 people in there. I was clearing it out yesterday. If I looked at people that were being silent and didn't want to be visible, didn't really have a business, some of the spiritual business women in there, I'm like, that's a mirror and a reflection of me. No, that was a mirror and a reflection for me to step up and play a bigger game and to encourage people to be visible. There was a problem. So when I played night, was shining my light even brighter, sometimes people look and they're like, your light is too bright, dim your light because it shines. Your light blinds people. And so sometimes it's like, well, I'm shining so brightly. Well, so my ex used to do this, not my ex, my twin flame, my soulmate. When we had a great day, he'd do whatever he needed to do to ruin the end of the day. I'm like, what is the matter with you? So when I'd raise my vibration, he'd be like trying to pull me down, not intentionally, but that energy I would raise and it would be something down, raising it. And I'm like, dude, I just can't be around that. Sometimes we go in a cocoon, and sometimes we get so strong in our vibrational frequency that no matter what somebody does, we're strong in it. So T. Harv Eker talks about it in the book, on his book, The Millionaire Mind, it's called, that a lot of people on this spiritual path, they grow and they turn around and their loved ones are not growing at the pace that they are, or they're not growing at all. And it's like, don't stand near me. Like, don't bring that energy to me. And I think a lot of spiritual people do. However, we can stay strong in our energy and in our vibration enough for people to rise and reside with us, or stay at the vibration, and we have to see whether we're going to tolerate that vibration or not. It's up to us. Tori says no. I need to do one though, a vision board. Yes, you're gonna love it. Yes, I understand. I transmute that love. Perfect. Jennifer says, like moths to a light. Yeah. And so sometimes, I'm not saying it's always the case, But sometimes it is when we, because nobody tells us this, when we shed our old vibration, and I do it like that, like a shedding of our old vibration, things fall away. Imagine like a big sift thing, like with the bigger stones, like we're shedding, we're shaking. Imagine Robin would say digging, like mining, right? We're shaking all the stones or what have you, or when you're sifting in the pan for the gold or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like some things fall away. Like not everything's going to be shiny. Not everything is the same object. Not everything is the same stone. Not everything is the same energy. It's energy, but it's not at the same density. Do you know what I mean? Like I went off on a tangent, but I feel like I needed to go there. So hopefully that makes sense. Tori says, where can I get the spiritual journal to do you have your books listed? The notebook, this one, that's on Amazon. And then the Lulu, the spiral bound one, is on Lulu, and I'll send you the link for it. I've got to refresh the link. This one, so this is the notebook, and in October I'm going to be releasing the actual book, hopefully by October, but definitely by the end of the season, for my Spiritual Awakening YouTube Summit. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean, where can I get the spiritual journal to do you have your books listed? Oh, you asked me the question. The spiritual journal is on Amazon. Sorry, love. Both. Okay, cool. So yeah, they're on. I'll put them in the links in the comments and in the description when I come off the live. So give me a second. But if you go to Amazon, you can grab this one, but it's a smaller one. And this is a blank one. I'm going to have, there's blank and lined. On Amazon, you can't have a spiral bound book. So this is blank. So inside, and you can do a look inside. It says spiritual journal with me. And on the back, it says your soul legacy is every life you impact, influence, and impress upon. And every soul client, soul family, and soul tribe you touch. Soul expansion begins with you. That's by me, Iona Mead, the host of the Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit. So if you went onto Amazon and typed Iona Mead, I-O-N-A, Mead, M-E-A-D-E, it would come up for you. And the link should be in the description, but I'll give you a link. This link for the spiral bound isn't on anywhere yet, but you can be the first to have it. And this is a lined notebook. This is lined. I'm going to have just plain. I'm going to have a dot grid. You prompted me. A dot grid. A dot grid, like a bullet journal one, a graph, lined and blank on Lulu. So I'll make sure you get that link, love. All right, thank you. That's really nice. That's really kind of you. Cool. Yes, both. All right. Right, where were we? T. Harv Eker. Have you guys heard of T. Harv Eker with A Millionaire Mind? So his book, actually, and I didn't really notice this until today, what it's actually called, the title of the book, and I actually went to the seminar. So know that your book changes lives, and your book can have a challenge in it, a course around it, a seminar around it, a retreat around it, all the things as a lead into building your YouTube channel and getting your business out there around the back end of your business. What I was taught very early on, it's the back end of your business. It's not like going out there and offering $2, $3 products. It's the back end of your business. So I was like, yay! The merch. I'm going to have, every day I wear a different color t-shirt. I'm going to have merch with t-shirts on. So we'll be journaling. I'm going to do a journal kit with a pen and a mug and a cushion, all the things. I'm probably going to do PJs. People do hoodies and stuff. I probably do PJs. Because not even gonna lie, most of the time I really want to just sit in my PJs and do my live and stuff. And because we work from home, it's like that feeling, that morning feeling, that daytime feeling when we just want to lounge. So the book is called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. It says, think rich to get rich. So I'm sure that you've heard of the book, Think and Grow Rich. We do that in the Mastermind. But think rich to get rich, the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, mastering the inner game of wealth. So whatever rich means to you, whatever you want to change the word, whatever prosperity consciousness means to you, then replace it with that. So mastering that inner game, right? And so that's where Robin helps you with the inner game, the clearing of the resistance. I'll help you with the clarity on banking 50K in 50 days. Toya says, do you have a group so I can stay in contact? Absolutely. I read that. You read that one. You read Think and Grow Rich or The Millionaire Mind, or both? Yeah, I do. We have, if you register for the Spiritual Biz YouTubers masterclass, which I'll pin in the comments, and it will be in the description, or if you have a look on, yeah, I'll pin it for you. So and I'll make sure I pin it to this one. So give me like about half an hour after we drop off, and then when you refresh it, I'll put the link to the masterclass. So when you are in the masterclass, we have a community for Spiritual Biz YouTubers. We have a monthly call on the first Monday of the month. I'm going to start it again in September. So we actually have a Zoom call off the socials so we can connect, co-create and collaborate. I love it. And then we have a Telegram group as well. And Jennifer's on Telegram and Jennifer's in the Telegram group. So absolutely, I would love to stay in contact. Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, it's big. So I talk about that on Financial Freedom Sunday, but the Millionaire Mind. So we have a mastermind as well. So I'll share more with you as we go forward. So it's about thinking. And I saw the book today. I was listening to it on my laptop and I was like on Audible, and I was like, how did I actually miss that? Think rich to get rich, and think prosperous to get prosperous, basically, because it's all of these 7 freedoms is going to support you. So the Financial Freedom Sunday, if you imagine that we're tithing, we're feeling connected to soul, we're guided, listening to that guidance to serve, we're listening to that guidance, using the money to buy spiritual things, right? To go to spiritual places, to travel. We're using our money to go on dates. My best friend, my soul sister's gone on a trip with her friend to a concert I mentioned today. We use the money to have experiences, date nights, date days. We use the money for environmental freedom, to live in the home that we want to live in, to travel where we want to travel, to have the experiences, whatever's on your vision board. We need money for some of those things, not for everything. For our health, to eat what we want to have, what we want to eat organically, to hire the chef, absolutely, to do whatever we need to do, to hire the personal trainer, right? And to just manage ourselves and to contribute. I want to do a lot of YouTube ads to my masterclass. I need money for that. And the 5-day money blocks clearing challenge for Robin will help you clear out any stories. I gift Robin's 5-day money blocks clearing challenge for my boot campers. I have a 5-day challenge to support you in building your spiritual business on YouTube. Toya, if you don't know that, Jennifer's in it. We're starting our challenge, and so is Robin. We're starting our challenge. It's a self-study, so you can do it whenever you like, but I think they're starting their challenge tomorrow. Crown chakra element is thought. Cool. And it's the crown chakra today through Robin. Absolutely, that thought, that energy source, right, going through right through the seven energies. Robin will talk about it a lot. Robin will pull in some of the nuggets from today into her, providing I get off by the time she's on it. So let me keep talking with the book. So books, whatever book you want to support you in your financial freedom, read or listen to that each Sunday. Get the ideas and then implement, right? So T. Harv Eker talks about the inner game, the mastering the inner game of wealth. And he says that it's the toolbox, like the inner game, and then the tools are the outer game. And he said that he was giving people like, he was teaching, coaching people, and it's only when he combined both things is when people really got results. So I like to say them vibrational money voucher and then visible money. So money in the vibrational world and then visible money. And Robin helps you with the vibration and I will help you with the visible stuff. I help you with both, but Robin will help you with that. And so he says about financial freedom. So I wrote some stuff down. So when we're thinking about finances, our finances, hang on, I just want to make sure. we're going to do finances for each year. So I said this week, and I don't know if you've seen this, I got two bills. I got a water bill and I got a bill for my rent. So this place is rented, it's not owned. I'm saving for a barn conversion, right? That's the idea on my vision board. And so this one is in credit for the water. And then this one is an annual statement. All of it takes money, right? Our water, when we think, oh, you know, I don't want to attract this money. You don't want to do a soul-sucking day job, and you want to have a spiritual business online, right? So I say, when you do the vibrational money voucher, think of your bills being paid, right? You don't spend that vibrational money voucher on your bills. But if you don't know how much your bills are, then it's kind of guessing and wishing and hoping. So on a Sunday, yes, we spend the vibrational money voucher, which I'll share what I spent mine on. I kind of shared already. But we want to be in alignment with handling our finances, handling our paperwork. There was a time when I was going bankrupt. It's like over 10 years ago now, 10 and a half years ago. And before that, when I was in my house, before my house got repossessed, all the things with my ex-husband, it had £30,000 equity in that house. Did not have to be repossessed. I'm just saying, when you get divorced, all the things, some things happen, right? And I wasn't opening the letters, right? I wasn't handling my money and my finances. And so I was speaking to a coach, and she said, write down on the bills that were not paid. And so one of the things that I wanted to manifest with my financial freedom was paying my bills in full for a year. And that's the space that I want you guys to come from, paying your bills in full for a year. So when you spend your vibrational money voucher through the Soul Legacy Journal, it's a magical journal, right? That's a notebook, but we're going to have the journal. I want you to spend it, tithe 10%. You should have been doing this all week. And if it's the first time with me, that's what we're going to do all week. Tithe 10% each day to a worthy cause. The worthy cause that I tithe to is Cruise Bereavement Care. And that's when I first learned through the T. Harv Eker, A Millionaire Mind. If I was a millionaire, would I be in the weeds with my money? No, I'd have my bills taken care of. So you spend it, you tithe. Would I be generous with my money? At the Millionaire Mind Intensive, they talk about tithing. They talk about having a financial freedom jar for tithing, one for give, that's the give, one for a play account, one for a necessities, for long-term savings, short-term savings, all the things they teach you about passive income streams, all the things. So I learned a lot, and I was like, how do I bring that into now and make it fun? And that's what I'm doing with you. So you tithe 10%. The Cruise Bereavement Care is what I tithe my £100 to every single day. Cruise Bereavement Care helped me when my son made his transition 7 years ago. That's why I talk about spiritual awakening. That's why I talk about the spiritual ascension. You dealing with whatever it is that you've dealt with to make you be awake to the point that you are, and alchemizing it, giving the gift back. So I use my spiritual vision board to rebuild my life, and I use journaling to manage the thoughts that were in my head to actually make sense of this spiritual awakening. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing in the way that I'm doing it. So hopefully you'll find that of value. So when you're spending the vibrational money voucher, spend it every day. And if you don't really want to spend it every day, spend it on a Sunday. So that's what I've done today. I'll share with you some of the things that I wanted to spend my vibrational money voucher on today. If you don't have a pen and paper right now, it's absolutely fine. But I invite you in your spiritual journal to journal the things that you spent your money on, as well as in the vibrational world, as well as writing down what it costs to run your household, right? What it costs. This is what I did when I was bankrupt. They had an income and expenses. So what money is coming in, whether that's through a job, whether it's through government assistance, whether that is through a spouse, whether that is through your business, how is that money coming in? Is it a passive income stream? Is it a leveraged income stream? Does it have angel numbers? Mine does now. $55, $555, and $5,555, $111, $77. I price my stuff so it feels really good when I see it. I'm like, yes, I love it. So how is your money coming in? And I'm not a financial expert, but I'm just inviting you to be aware of the visible money and the vibrational money. Yes, we can go on spending sprees, but we want to build a spiritual business that can handle that money. Are you guys here with me? You're tracking along with me? Is it making sense? Are you journaling? Are you writing down? Use that in your spiritual journal, right? So write down. So T. Harv Eker talks about this, and I believe he's got a resource on his site. Have a look at the expenses on your contribution, the expenses for your health, the expenses for your emotion, whether it's therapy or whatever it is that you need, your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your finances. And spirituality, it could be crystals, it could be cards, it could be books, it could be courses, it could be whatever it is that you want to have to learn, right? It could be art, as Jennifer does. Whatever that is, look at what is going out now and what is coming in now and where it's coming in from in your spiritual vision board. What do you want it to really look and feel like in a year's time? Usually we'll do it from December to December, but we're going to do in July anyway, but it doesn't matter. So we'll look at the money flowing in and the money flowing out and where it's flowing in and where it's flowing out. And so I invite you to look at your bank account, your app on your phone if you've got one. If you don't have one, get one. Online banking. Don't be like in the dark ages. Look in your Stripe account if you've set that up, that's hooked up with either your Acuity online calendar, that's what I teach, or your Thinkific site, your online teaching portal if you've built a business. And if you want to build one, then I support you on that. And your PayPal, if your PayPal is connected, what's come in and what's gone out. So me rebuilding my spiritual business and making my offer, I talk about this on the masterclass. I had two students sign up for my 5-day YouTube from scratch challenge. Thank you, Jennifer, and another student. And so who was on my masterclass. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's coming in. It's a total passive income stream again. The reason why it stopped coming in is because I had to re-record everything and include what I'm including now. So now my sole focus is, yes, I'm spending the vibrational money for Bank 50K in 50 days, but on the masterclass and in the homework for the masterclass, the Bank 50K in 50 days, I share with you how you build your spiritual business in a way that allows the passive income streams, allows the leverage income streams, and allow active income. That's what I learned over this last decade. And so I'm practicing what I preach. I'm walking my talk. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, what is a passive income stream? It means that I've done some teaching online. I did a 5-day YouTube challenge and I've done it once, and then I can sell it over and over and over and over again. Right. So on my next masterclass and in between, say go sign up for the 5-day masterclass, I don't have to touch it. So Robin does her 5-day money blocks clearing challenge. She did it live, and I encourage you to do it live to make it really good and then create a passive income stream. It's beautiful. And when I first did this model, I went and I got business advice, and they said to me, is that even possible? Like the business advisors were like, well, we don't see how you could do that. I'm like, dude, you just like have no clue. Jennifer says, yes, still here. Awesome. Is this making sense, Jennifer? Is it making sense, Toya? Hopefully it is. Money zones people out. And so when we have the money box, the Reiki, the energy of money, Robin gets us to put words, experiences, just so I've got, I'll show you, because Robin's going to probably do this. I've got a party popper that I pulled. Party. Oh, no, I haven't pulled it. Party, money, celebrating. It's not anything like crazy, like shells, the beach, having experiences. My granddaughter gave me the little teddy bear. It represents, this is my son's lanyard. It represents what, this is B12 vitamins that cost money to buy. Like literally, when you're homeless and bankrupt, you don't have that money. Health and beauty. That's from a shop that's like my daughter. This is me launching, leading, and leaving my soul legacy. This is me. What is that? What is a friend? That's actually from the soul sister that messaged me today. She says my noni. She calls me noni. She's Jeannie. So it says, what is a friend? A friend is someone who is very special to you, someone who is clearly thought of each day and the whole year through. A friend is someone who makes you smile day after day, time after time. I was literally, Toya, if you watch the replay of this, you'll see me beaming. A friend is someone who truly cares and is never too busy to have a listening ear. Whatever life brings, a friend who a friend would always be there to give a helping hand or simply to be near. With lots of devotion, a friend shouts compassion to help you along the way. I'll help you along life's way through ups and downs, through highs and lows. A friend's tender care always shows. A friend is thoughtful and true. A friend is invaluable. It's good to have a friend like you. You're a friend who is simply wonderful. So she got that for me years ago. And I've got a daughter one for my daughter, and I'm a daughter, obviously. Just lots of things. It's not about money. Brings experiences, right? It brings experiences. Tori says yes, it is. Awesome. Jennifer says yes. Send my box energy often, and I sit in the moonlight. Awesome. So I'm gonna ask Robin to send support us in sending that energy to our money box. All right. So that is what I want to say about that. And part of what T.R. Harvecker talks about for the Millionaire Mind, he actually says that lots of this is about unlearning the things that, because he says the biggest block to wealth and success is the things that we know that ain't so. He says it like that. Things that we know that ain't so. The things that we think that we know and we really do not know. So I didn't know all of the things, and I share my framework. I share my one-page spiritual business plan for YouTubers to support you in the front end of your business, enrollment spot of your business, and the back end of your business. And so Robin and I were talking. One of my mentors, Kim Luna, I purchased a $500 product to show me how to do webinars, right? So I'm doing my masterclass. I first did my webinar in November 2015. 4 weeks after learning how to do a webinar, I had 8 people on the webinar who were not actually qualified to be on the webinar, really, like to enroll. 1 was my assistant, 1 was already a student, 3 were my speakers, 1 was a lady called Karen, who you'll listen to on the replay. She came in the boot camp. I reached out to her the other day, and hopefully she's coming into the challenge. And 1 was was a webinar buddy. Don't know how many that is. Anyway, and then there was another one who was watching. They weren't really qualified. I had that many people on the webinar. I think I had about 60 people register, 8 people show up, and I made $2,000 on my first ever webinar, $2,000. And Kim Luna had taught me that, and she said it's literally, webinars are like printing money. Robin and I were talking about that teacher yesterday. I sent her a video, and that this teacher did. Kim Luna, her name is, and Kimra teaches all this stuff, and she was teaching about creating a webinar, a mini masterclass or what have you. And in it, she's talking about all the things that you need. And I was saying to Robin that all the things that you need that she's listing, you think that they're really super simple. Go do testimonials on your webinar. Well, if you have testimonials, that means that you've had to have served, and people have to give you testimonials for the work that you're doing. Claim that you're an expert in blah, blah, blah. Well, if you're an expert, you've served, and there's so many steps in between, like pricing, all the things. It's like, wow. So I actually teach it. And so when you think, oh, well, it's just a webinar and just a masterclass, in order for me to do that webinar and masterclass, trust me, it has taken a lot. I was on my webinar. Toya, I don't know if you know this. I was on my webinar, my masterclass, I call it now, for 5 hours and 40 minutes on Monday. The last Monday of the month, I serve, and I have so much to give, so much to say. Jennifer was on it. I've learned a lot over the time. And so it's what you don't know, or what you think is a certain way, which is actually not. Like lots of people, spiritual YouTubers, or just YouTubers in general, think that doing a YouTube channel is just creating a video. That is the last thing I teach you. There's so many things that come before that. Me doing this video, I'm sharing with you, here's my 5-day challenge. Here's my notebook. All of these things had to be created and thought of, and the concept, before I actually did a video. Does that make sense? Like the 7 freedoms. Oh, I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, producer of the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. Oh, you can sign up for my masterclass. Oh, you can sign up for my program. Oh, you can sign up for... to have that financial freedom, I already have had to have done things that I've walked people through, so many people through my system for years now, right? And so when I did it, and I tell my spiritual awakening story of how I've done it, but like sometimes we have so much resistance because we're not guided, we're not doing the things that we're called to do, we're doing the things that our human says it's logical to do this thing, and it's not even a logical path, it really isn't. So that is it, I believe. My vibrational money voucher is going again on my lampshades that I've never even bought, don't even know why. Lampshades, my pegs, because I put my washing out and I need new pegs. My bin, I emptied my office bin, and I was like, this bin is so grubby. What else? Paying my bills for an entire year. So I've got to work out like my water bill, that's in credit, and my rent, all the things. However, I also do, and I'll do this next week probably, do this your current visible world, and next week we'll do our vibrational, or after we've done the vision board challenge, we can do what it would cost you. So I wouldn't then just be aligned with my visible world covering my bills. I'm aligned with how much it costs for my barn conversion, how much the water costs, how much if you want to drive a different car and it costs more to run that, if you want to travel and it costs to do that, and if you want to, all the things, do you know what I mean? So we do the vibrational money voucher, but we do the visible world as well. So window cleaner, a chef, an assistant, all the things, right, is what I'm going to be spending my vibrational money voucher on. Let's do gratitude, and then we're wrapping up. Should we do gratitude? Are you good? Awesome. So the way that I do gratitude, I do it with my gratitude stone. I don't think we've done too bad, it's not 2 hours. Is saying I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. So we want to bring the energy of the 7 freedoms into our gratitude. So again, being happy and grateful and appreciating something for your contribution, something for your health, something for your emotions, something for your environment, something in your relationship, something in your spirituality, and something in your finances. So I'm happy and grateful that I can, and appreciate that I can go to town now and buy incense and bath salts and knock off some of the things that are on that like new pegs and stuff. So I'm literally going to go into town and buy that. If I didn't have the money to do it, I would do it vibrationally. I'd go into town and visualize, and I'll probably visualize a bunch of stuff as well. So if you can't think of anything in the present now to be grateful for, think of something in the past, something in the present, or something in the predicted future, something on your vision board to be happy and grateful and appreciate. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that you spent all of this time with me. Thank you so much for listening to me talking about financial freedom. I'm not a money guru. However, the energy of it, the energy of financial freedom, the energy of having a prosperity consciousness versus a poverty consciousness is real to me. I talk about the rich house, poor house. It's a program in the UK, and the people in the poor house versus the people in the rich house swap houses, swap homes, swap locations, swap environments, swap jobs, swap experiences, swap hobbies. And that's what you want to do. You want to see the version of you now and the version of you in your rich house, and see where there's a mismatch and there's a gap, and what would you be doing if you were living in that home or in that environment or traveling and doing all the things. And that's the gap that we want to bridge. So thank you for spending this time with me. Toya, thank you so much. I've got a note to register for the masterclass, the Bank 50K in 50 days. You'll get the Telegram link there anyway, but I'll put it down below. So you've got everything. And while I'm on Robin's challenge, I'll note it there as well. I think Robin actually puts my masterclass there as well. So I will do that for you, love. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Register for the masterclass, Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. You'll get my free chapter of my book. You'll get my book is on pre-order on Amazon if you want to order it. I have my book launch videos coming up. There's a playlist for it around here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, SoulLegacyTV. click the like for this video, share it out, invite a fellow light worker in to have more freedom with us in our light work and our lifestyle balance. And again, I host the #1 Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, where I will be interviewing fellow YouTubers, spiritual YouTubers, on their awakening story in their spiritual ascension journey. And then we have the Spiritual Ascension after show party and the Spiritual Alchemy giveaway. I'm excited about that. I shall see you guys. Okay. Toya says, brilliant. And I shall see you probably on Robin's daily live. If not, I shall see you for Contribution Freedom Monday on the Soul Legacy TV, which is Root Chakra Healing Mondays for Robin. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jennifer. Big love. Take care. Mwah.